Rectification means correcting. Errors means what? Errors means mistakes. Now what is this wrong casting? If the total of cash book goods for rupees 800 has been purchased from Ankita, debit side as well as credit side gets tallied, right? You are not following the accounting principle, then it is called as what? Error of principle. Hello everyone, welcome back to the second session of the chapter Trial Balance and Rectification of Errors, and this is the sixth chapter of your first PUC syllabus. I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram PU College, Temple of Excellence, Mysore. My dear students, in a previous session we have already discussed about trial balance. So what is trial balance? So it is a statement containing debit and credit balance of accounts, and why it is prepared? In order to check the arithmetical accuracy of accounts. So if the debit balance as well as credit balance is equal, then it is said that our accounts is proper. Now we shall move on to the next concept of this chapter, that is rectification of errors. Now we shall see what is this rectification of errors. So while preparing trial balance, we will come to know whether our accounts is correct or not. So if the accounts is not correct, then how to correct it? So that is known as what? Rectification of errors. So we shall discuss in detail. So what is this rectification of errors? So rectification means correcting. Rectification means what? Correcting. And errors means what? Mistakes. Rectification means correcting. Errors means what? Errors means mistakes. So correcting the mistakes is known as what? Rectification of errors. So we human being, it's common that we make lot of mistakes. In accounts also, while preparing accounts, so we'll make small mistakes, or it's common that we will make mistakes. So correcting those mistakes in accounts is known as what? Rectification of errors. So what is rectification of errors? Rectifying or correcting the errors or mistakes found in the books of accounts with the help of journal entries or any other explanatory note is called as rectification of errors. So what is rectification of errors? Correcting or rectifying the mistakes or errors which is made in accounts by preparing journal entry or any explanatory note is known as what? Rectification of errors. If you do a mistake in your notebook, so what you'll do? Either you'll cut that mistake or you'll erase that mistake and write the correct entry, right? But while preparing accounts, you can't do that. You can't erase the entry or you can't cut that entry, because when the auditing or when the taxation takes place, so these mistakes will be a target and you have to give a brief explanation why you have erased those entry. So what they will do, if the mistakes takes place in an organization, a corresponding entry or corresponding journal entry will be passed, which is known as what? Rectifying entry. So what is this rectifying entry? So if a mistake happens in journal entry, one more journal entry is passed in order to correct that wrong entry is known as what? Rectifying entry. So in accounts, whenever the mistakes takes place, you will prepare or you will enter a corresponding entry to that mistake, which is known as what? Rectifying entry. Now we shall see what are the types of errors or mistakes that can be made in accounting. So the first type of error is error affecting trial balance or error disclosed by trial balance. So this is the first type, and the second one is error not affecting trial balance or errors not disclosed by trial balance. So errors disclosed by trial balance is the first type, and the second one is errors not disclosed by trial balance. So we shall discuss in detail now. So the first type of error is errors affecting trial balance or errors disclosed by trial balance. Now what is this errors disclosed by trial balance? So you know you will prepare trial balance. So here you will write all the debit balance, or here you will write all the credit balance. Now suppose if the total of debit balance is 1 lakh and if the total of credit balance is 90,000. So while preparing trial balance, you have come to know that the total of debit side is not equal to total of credit side, right? So such kind of errors. So after preparing trial balance, if you come to know that your total of debit balance is not equal to total of credit balance, then it is known as what? Errors affecting trial balance. That is, after preparing trial balance, if you find any error, that is known as what? Errors disclosed by trial balance or errors affecting trial balance. So what is errors affecting trial balance? If the trial balance does not tally in the sense if the debit side is not equal to credit side, it will indicate that certain errors or certain mistakes have been committed. Such errors are called as errors disclosed by trial balance. So if your total of debit side is not equal to total of credit side in your trial balance, so it means what? It is errors disclosed by trial balance. Now let us see what are the types of errors that happens while preparing trial balance or that can be identified while preparing trial balance. That is, first one is wrong casting and the second one is posting to the wrong side and the third one is posting of wrong amount and the next one is omission of posting of one side of an entry. Now what is omission? Omission means left out. So left out of posting of one side of an entry. So you have left out to post on one side. So you will be having debit side as well as credit side, right? So you are left out to record in one side of your transaction. And the next one is double posting in a single account and the next one is errors of totaling and balance of accounts in the ledger. So these are the types of errors which is disclosed by trial balance. So we shall discuss in detail one by one. Now what is this wrong casting? If the total of cash book or some other subsidiary book. So it may be purchases book or it may be sales book, purchase return, sales return. So these are the subsidiary book. So if the total of cash book or any other subsidiary book is wrong, then the trial balance will not tally. So when you are preparing your subsidiary book, if the totaling is wrong, then your trial balance will not tally. For example, here I have given an example. Go through the example. The total of purchase book has been added rupees 1000 in excess. Here, while preparing purchase book, it is showing 1000 excess. 1000 excess when this total will be posted to the debit side of purchase account. So, how we are going to record a purchase account in your trial balance? On which side you are going to record? Purchases account. On which side you are going to record? You are going to record in the debit side. You will record as 1000 in the debit balance. Right? When this total will be posted to the debit side of purchase account, it will also show an excess debit of 1000 and hence the trial balance will not tally. So, if your purchase book or if your any subsidiary book, if the total is wrong, then it affects what? It affects trial balance. So, here purchase book is showing 1000 excess. So, 1000 excess. The same amount has been posted in your trial balance also, in your debit side, right? Here also it is showing 1000 excess. So, when you prepare your trial balance does not tally here. So this is what? Wrong casting. So, what is wrong casting? So, if you prepare any book, any subsidiary book, it may be purchase or it may be sales or it may be cash book. So, if there is any excess or decrease in amount, it also affect trial balance. So, here the amount has been transferred or the amount will be transferred to the trial balance and your trial balance will not tally. Now moving on to the second point. So what is the second point? Posting to the wrong side. So we'll be having debit side as well as credit side, right? So instead of recording in the debit side, you might have recorded in the credit side. Or instead of recording in the credit side, you might have recorded in the debit side. So this is also one type of error which affects the trial balance. Now let us see. If instead of posting the amount on the debit side of an account, so it should have been recorded on the debit side of an account, it is posted to the credit side. So it has been credited or posted to the credit side or vice versa. So instead of debiting, they might have credited, or instead of crediting, they might have debited. So this also affects the trial balance. Now we shall go through an example here. Goods of rupees 2000 has been purchased from Brijesh. Now what is the journal entry when goods is purchased? So it is purchasers account debit to, from whom we have purchased, to Brijesh account. So this is our journal entry and the amount is how much? 2000 each. So this is a correct journal entry. But what they have done, if instead of posting the amount on the credit side of Brijesh account, so it should have been credited. But what mistake they have done? It is posted to the debit side. Now what they have done? They have debited Brijesh account. They have debited Brijesh account. So this, they have done a mistake here. The debit side of the trial balance will exceed the credit by how much? Rupees 4000. That is nothing but 2000 plus 2000. So it is showing 4000 excess. So the credit side of Brijesh account is showing 4000 excess. This is due to what? Wrong posting of entry. That is wrong posting of entry in the wrong side. Clear? So this is about the second point, that is posting to the wrong side. So it may be either debit side or it may be in the credit side. Now moving on to the next one, posting of wrong amount. So this also happens while preparing accounts. Even we have made lot of mistakes. Instead of writing 2000, we might have written it as 200. So this is what? We have left out 10, right? So this is what? Wrong amount. It also affects our trial balance. Now we shall see, the trial balance will not tally, that is, it will not be equal, that is, debit balance will not be equal to the credit balance if the posting in an account is made with an incorrect amount. Incorrect amount means what? With the wrong amount. So if the posting is done with the wrong amount, then also our trial balance will not tally. So the total of debit should be equal to total of credit, right? So in debit, we might have written correctly, but in credit side, we might have written wrong. So here, what happens? Your debit balance will not be equal to credit balance. Now we shall go through an example here. Goods for rupees 800 has been purchased from Ankita if it has been correctly entered in the purchase book, but while posting to Ankita's credit, the amount posted is rupees only 80 instead of rupees 800. The trial balance will not tally. Now, goods for rupees 800 has been purchased from Ankita. So, what is your journal entry? Purchases account debit to Ankita's account. So this is the correct journal entry and the amount is how much? 800. But here what they have done? They have written the journal entry properly, that is purchases account debit to Ankita's account. But what they have done, it has been correctly entered in the purchaser's book. So they have correctly entered 800 in the purchaser's book, but while posting to Ankita's credit, the amount posted is rupees how much? Only 80. Now what mistake they have done? They have made mistakes while posting the amount. They have written only 80 instead of rupees 800. Here also your trial balance will not tally. So this is a situation where if you enter wrong amount while recording the transaction. Now moving on to the next one, that is next situation is omission to post one side of an entry. Now omission means what? Left out. So you have left out to record one side of an entry. So you'll be having two sides, debit side as well as credit side, right? You might have recorded debit side, but you have forgot to record the credit side of that transaction. Or you have recorded credit side of the transaction, but you have forgot to record debit side of the transaction. Here you have left out to record one side of the transaction. Now let us see what is it. When a transaction takes place, if one entry is left out to record in the books, here also your trial balance will not tally. If you left out to record one side of the entry, then your trial balance will not tally. Now we shall go through an example and we shall discuss in detail. If rupees 10,000 is received from Devi Traders and correctly entered in the cash book. So when rupees 10,000 is received from Devi Traders, so what would be your journal entry? So what comes to the business? Cash comes to the business. So cash account debit to Devi Traders account. So this is your journal entry. Now what they have done? 10,000 received from Devi Traders and correctly entered in the cash book. They have correctly entered rupees 10,000 in cash book or cash account, but it is omitted to be posted on the credit side of Devi Traders. Now what they have done here, they have forgot to record 10,000 or forgot to record 10,000 in Devi Traders. Now what happens? The trial balance will not tally. Why your trial balance will not tally? Because your credit balance is showing less 10,000 rupees. Right? So here one side they have correctly recorded 10,000, but they have forgot to record the credit side. Here also your trial balance will not tally. Clear? Yes. Moving on to the next situation. That is double posting in a single account. So while you are preparing account, you might have recorded, by mistake you might have recorded twice in that particular account. Here also it will be showing excess, right? For example, if you purchase something and you have posted twice in that account, then purchaser's account shows excess amount, right? This is also a situation where your trial balance will not tally. When a transaction takes place, if double posting, in a sense you are posting two times, that is double posting is made in a single account. So in a single account, if you record twice, then your trial balance will not tally. Now we shall go through an example here. If rupees 1 lakh has been received from Aishwarya and correctly entered in the cash book. Now rupees 1,000 has been received from Aishwarya. So your account will be, you are receiving cash. So cash account debit to from whom you are receiving? From Aishwarya. To Aishwarya's account. Now here rupees 1 lakh you have correctly entered in your cash book or cash account. Correctly entered in cash book, but if it is posted twice on the credit side of Aishwarya's account, the trial balance will not tally. But while posting in Aishwarya's account, you have recorded 2 times. Then, so here it will be showing 2 lakh because you have recorded twice. Right? So it is showing 2 lakh, but your debit side is showing only 1 lakh. Here also your debit balance is not equal to credit balance. So your trial balance does not tally. Clear? Yes. Moving on to the next one. That is errors of totaling and balancing of accounts in the ledger. So this normally happens when the time is very less. What you will do, randomly you go on calculating. What happens? Your totaling becomes wrong. Clear? And balancing of accounts in the ledger. And while balancing also, some mistakes might have happened. So your totaling or balancing figure might might be wrong. So in this situation also your trial balance will not tally. So let us see what is it. Errors may occur in the totaling of debit or credit side. So you'll be having debit as well as credit side. So while totaling the amount, you might have totaled it wrongly of debit and credit side of accounts in the ledger and in balancing of accounts in the ledger. So while totaling, your balance might be wrong or your totaling might be wrong. Because of the balances of accounts are transferred to the trial balance, it will not tally. So the same amount, so the wrong totaling of amount or a wrong balancing of amount which has been transferred to your trial balance, then the trial balance will not tally because your totaling is wrong in the ledger itself, right? So if your ledger is correct, then your trial balance will be correct. In the same way, if you balance the ledger properly, then if you move on to the trial balance, your trial balance will be correct. If you make mistakes while totaling or balancing in ledger itself, your trial balance will not tally. So this is also a situation where your trial balance will not tally. Now moving on to the second type of error, that is errors which is not disclosed by trial balance. So while preparing trial balance, as I told, when we are preparing trial balance, we'll come to know what type of error or what error we have made in a ledger or a journal. But in certain situations, while preparing trial balance also will not found that errors. So such errors is known as what? Errors which is not found by trial balance or errors not affecting trial balance. Now let us see what is it and what type of errors will come under this second situation. So there may be number of errors which may remain undeducted. So you can't find those errors in spite of the agreement of the trial balance. Even though if your trial balance tallies, there may be some errors which is not found. So such kind of errors is known as what? Errors not affecting trial balance. In spite of the agreement of the trial balance due to equality of debit and credit. So your debit may be or debit balance may be equal to credit balance, but there are certain errors which cannot be found by preparing this trial balance. So such kind of errors are known as what? Errors not affecting by trial balance. So they are called as errors not disclosed by trial balance or errors not affecting trial balance. Now we shall see what are those types of errors. So here the first error is error of omission and the second one is error of commission and the third one is compensating errors and the fourth one is error of principal and the fifth one is errors of posting in wrong account. So these are the types of errors which is not disclosed by trial balance. So we shall discuss in detail one by one. So the first one is error of omission. Now as I told, what is omission or omitted to be recorded? So it means that we have left out to record a transaction. So it may be debit side or it may be credit side. So or we might have totally omitted or totally left out to record a transaction. So under error of omission, so we'll be having partial omission, or full omission or complete omission. So under error of omission we will be having partial omission or full omission. Now what is this partial omission? So if you have partially left out to record an transaction, for example, we might have recorded debit side, but we have not recorded this credit side. So this is what? Partial omission. Now what is full omission or complete omission? So we have not at all or we have not recorded the transaction at all. So we have not recorded even debit or even credit. So both we have not recorded. So this is what? Complete omission. For example, if you purchase machinery for rupees 10,000, you have recorded in machinery account, that is partial omission. but you have not recorded in either missionary account or in cash account. So it is what? Full omission. You have not recorded that transaction at all. That is full omission. Partial omission in the sense one part you have recorded, other part you have left out. That is partial omission. Now we shall see what is this omission, error of omission. If a transaction remains altogether unrecorded or left out, either in the journal or in subsidiary book. So this type of errors can happen either in journal or in any other subsidiary book. It will be termed as error of omission. So here you have to remember, omission means left out to record. Left out to record the transaction. For example, goods of rupees 2000 have been sold to Kavya on credit. Now what is the transaction? Goods for rupees 2000 have been sold to Kavya. So your journal entry is Kavya's account debit to sales account. Right? So this is your journal entry on credit, and the transaction was omitted to be recorded in the book, but they have left out to record this transaction in a book. So what type of omission it is? It is full omission or complete omission, because they have not recorded the transaction at all. So this is complete omission or full omission. Here they have left out to record the transaction. So this kind of errors will not affect the trial balance. Why? While recording itself, they have left out to record the transaction, right? So here what happens? When you will not record that transaction in your trial balance also. So your trial balance gets tallied, but there is a mistake because you have left out to record the transaction. Now moving on to the next one. Second type is error of commission. Now what is this commission? So you will make some mistake, you will commit some mistake. So that is known as what? Error of commission. Now let us see what is error of commission. If a wrong amount is entered either in the journal or in subsidiary book, the trial balance will tally. So if you enter a wrong amount either in journal or in subsidiary book, your trial balance will tally, but what mistake you have done? You have recorded a wrong amount. So that is a mistake, but it cannot be identified by the trial balance. Your trial balance will tally because the same amount, though wrong, will be posted in both the accounts affected by the transaction. Your trial balance will tally with the wrong amount. But what mistake you have done? You have made a mistake by posting the wrong amount, but your trial balance will be tallied because you will transfer same amount from journal or subsidiary book to your trial balance. So your trial balance will tally. Now we shall see an example here. Sale of goods to Kirti on credit for rupees 420 has been entered in the journal as 240. Now what is the journal entry? Correct journal entry. So your journal entry is Kirti's account debit to sales account. Now what is the amount? Amount is 420 in the debit side and 420 in the credit side. But what you have recorded? You have recorded wrongly as 240 in the debit side and 240 in the credit side. Your entry is correct, but you have recorded the wrong amount. Instead of 420, you have recorded it as 240. When the entry is posted to ledger, double entry will be completed with rupees 240. Kirti being debited with 240 and sales account being credited with rupees 240. Here, debit as well as credit is equal, right? So your trial balance will get tally because with the wrong amount here, and sales account will be credited with 240 in spite of the inaccuracy in both the account. The trial balance gets tallied. So here, instead of recording 420, they have recorded as 240 in both debit as well as credit side. So your debit as well as credit side in your trial balance gets tallied with the wrong amount. So here, even though if you make mistake while recording the amount, still your trial balance gets tallied. So this is a type of error where while preparing trial balance you can't find this kind of errors. Now moving on to the next one, that is compensating error. Now what is compensating? One error you have already made. In order to compensate or in order to make it correct, one more error you are committing. So one error is already made and one more compensating error is also made so that your trial balance gets tallied. Now let us see what is this compensating errors. If the effect of one error, so you have made one error already, is neutralized by the effect of another error. So one error you have already made and one more compensating error is also made. Such errors are called as what? Compensating errors. So you have made one error and in order to compensate that, one more error is committed. So that is known as what? Compensating errors. Now let us see what is that error. While posting on the debit side of Anil's account, rupees 50 is posted instead of rupees 500. And while posting on the debit side of Sunil's account, rupees 500 are posted instead of 50. Now what they have done? So debit side of Anil's account. How much? So they should have been recorded 50. But what mistake they have done? So they should have recorded 500. But how much they have recorded? 50. That is rupees 50 is posted instead of rupees 500. So 500 they should have been recorded. But wrongly they have recorded it as 50. Next, and while posting on the debit side of Sunil's account. Now Sunil's account should have been recorded with rupees 50. Debit side of Sunil's account rupees 500 are posted instead of 50. So it should have been recorded 50, but how much they have wrongly recorded? 500. Now here what happens? Debit side as well as credit side gets tallied. Right? So here instead of recording 500, they have recorded it as 50 in the debit side of Anil's account, and in Sunil's account instead of recording 50, they have recorded it as 500. So here also the total of correct is how much? 550, and the total of wrong amount which they have been posted, it is also same, that is 550. So the wrong entry also, or the compensating errors also makes the trial balance get tallied. Here, if they would have recorded correctly, so the total amount is 50. After recording wrongly also, the total is 550 only. So here, even in this situation also, your trial balance gets tallied. So one error which has been already made, so in order to compensate that error, one more error is committed. So here also your trial balance gets tallied. So this is about compensating errors. Now moving on to the next one, that is error of principle. So in your second chapter, you might have learnt about accounting principles. So there are certain rules, regulations, principles to be followed while recording the transaction in accounts. So you can't record the transaction randomly in your books of accounts. So you have to follow certain rules, principles, standards, everything, right? So if you are not following those principles, accounting principles, and recording those transactions, that is known as what? Error of principle. So what is error of principle? If you are not following certain accounting principle while recording transaction in books of accounts, so that is known as what? Error of principle. When some fundamental principle of accountancy is violated, or if it is not followed while recording a transaction, the error is termed as what? Error of principle. Now here, these errors are committed in those cases where a proper distinction between capital and revenue items are not made. So there are certain rules in order to record capital items as well as revenue items. If you don't know what is the difference between capital item as well as revenue items, so that is known as what? Error of principle. In the sense, you are not following the accounting principle and recording the transaction. So that is known as what? Error of principle. Now here they have given when a capital expenditure is treated as revenue expenditure. So this is against what? Accounting principle. Accounting principle. So this is against your accounting principle, because there are certain conditions to treat a revenue expenditure as well as capital expenditure. But if you don't know, or if you don't know how to follow those principles, then it is what? Error of principle. And in the same way, second one is when a revenue expenditure is treated as capital expenditure. So when a revenue or those revenue expenditure are treated as capital expenditure, so this is also against the accounting principle. Here also your trial balance gets tallied, but what happens? You are not following the accounting principle, then it is called as what? Error of principle. Next is errors of posting. Errors of posting in wrong account. So here also what happens? Your trial balance gets tallied, but you are posting in a wrong account. Now let us see what is this error. If while posting from the books of original entry, that is from journal, posting is made to the wrong account. So while posting from journal to ledger, if you are posting to the wrong amount but on the correct side, so you will be having debit side as well as credit side in your account, right? In the same way, you'll be having debit side and credit side in your trial balance, but you are posting a wrong entry in your debit side or in your credit side. Even though the trial balance gets tallied, but the account is what? The posting of account is wrong, but the side is correct. Here also your trial balance gets tallied. The error will not affect the agreement of trial balance. So during such situations, if you are posting to a wrong amount on the correct side, then your trial balance gets tallied, where you can't identify what type of errors which is made. That is, while preparing trial balance, you can't identify those kind of errors. For example, goods are sold to Anu on credit. Now, what is your journal entry? Anu's account debit to sales account. So this is your journal entry, correct journal entry. But what they have done, but Anita's account is debited in place of Anu's account. So instead of Anu, Anita's account has been debited in ledger. The trial balance would tally in spite of errors in both the accounts. Here they have written, for example, the amount would be 10,000. Now, instead of Anu's account, they have written it as Anita's account. But in your trial balance, whether you are identifying which account? No. You are just identifying whether it is debit balance or credit balance. So here your debit balance is correct, right? So instead of recording Anu's account 10,000, they have written it as Anita's account 10,000. So there is no effect on trial balance, but your trial balance gets tally, and this type of error will not be identified by trial balance. My dear students, in today's session, we had learnt what type of errors. We had learnt what is rectification of errors and what type of errors which normally committed while preparing accounts. So what are the two types of errors? Errors which affect the trial balance, that is while preparing trial balance, so we will identify such kind of errors. And the second type is errors not affecting trial balance. Even though while preparing trial balance, our trial balance gets tally, but there are certain mistakes in between that. So such kind of errors are known as what? Errors not affecting trial balance. In my next session, I am going to continue with problems relating to rectification of errors. We shall see how we are going to correct that errors. So we know what type of errors in today's session. In my next session, we shall see how to correct that errors, how to rectify those errors. See you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.